You're trying to do too much, and maybe you don't say that out loud. Maybe you don't even fully realize it, but you feel it. That constant pressure in your mind. That feeling that there's always something else to figure out. Something else to decide. Something else to think about. And even when you try to slow down, even when you try to rest, your mind doesn't. It keeps going. It keeps searching. It keeps moving from one thing to another without ever settling. And that's what's exhausting you. Not what you're doing, but everything you're holding in your head. Because you're not just living your life, you're trying to manage every part of it at once. You're thinking about what's next, while still holding on to what already happened. You're trying to make decisions, while still questioning past ones. You're trying to move forward, while mentally standing in 10 different places at the same time. And your mind was never meant to do that. It was never meant to carry everything. It was meant to focus, to move, to choose. But right now, it's overloaded because everything feels important. Everything feels urgent. Everything feels like it needs your attention. And when everything matters, nothing becomes clear. It all blends together. It all becomes noise. And that noise creates pressure. It creates tension. It creates that feeling of being stuck, even when you're doing your best. Because the truth is, you're not stuck. You're overwhelmed. Overwhelmed by too many directions, too many thoughts, too many possibilities. And when your mind is pulled in every direction, it stops moving forward. Not because you can't move, but because you don't know where to focus, so you stay in between, thinking, planning, revisiting, replaying, trying to organize everything before taking a step. But that step never comes. Because clarity doesn't come from thinking about everything. It comes from choosing something, just one thing. And that's the part that feels uncomfortable. Because choosing one thing means not choosing everything else. At least for now. It means letting things wait. Letting things be unfinished. Letting things exist without control. And your mind resists that. It tells you, what if this is the wrong choice? What if you miss something important? What if you regret it later? So instead of choosing, you keep everything open. You keep everything active. You keep everything running in the background. And that's what's draining you. Because you're carrying 10 things when you were only meant to carry one. And no matter how strong you are, no matter how capable you are, that weight adds up. It builds. It accumulates. Until even simple things feel heavy. Until even small decisions feel overwhelming. Until even rest doesn't feel like rest anymore. Because your mind is still working, still holding, still carrying everything at once. And the longer you stay in that pattern, the harder it becomes to break it, because it starts to feel normal. It starts to feel like this is just how life is, like this level of pressure, this level of noise, this level of exhaustion is something you just have to deal with. But it's not. It's not normal to feel this drained all the time. It's not normal to feel mentally exhausted, even when you haven't done that much. It's not normal to feel like your mind never stops. That's not life. That's overload. And overload doesn't need more effort. It needs less input, less pressure, less weight. Not by doing less, but by focusing less broadly. Because right now, your problem isn't that you're not doing enough. It's that you're trying to do too much at once. Mentally, emotionally, internally. So everything feels heavy. Everything feels urgent. Everything feels like it matters equally. But it doesn't. And that's the shift. Not everything matters equally. Not everything needs your attention right now. Not everything needs to be solved today. And once you start to accept that, something changes. The pressure begins to drop. The noise begins to slow. The tension begins to release. Because now, you're no longer trying to carry everything. You're choosing what matters. So ask yourself, right now, if everything else could wait, if nothing else needed your attention, if you could only focus on one thing, what would it be? Not 10 things, not everything, just one. What is the one step that actually matters right now? The one thing that moves you forward, the one thing that feels real, even if it's small, even if it's simple, even if it doesn't solve everything. Because that's where your energy belongs. Not everywhere. Not in every thought. Not in every possibility. Just there. And when you give your attention to that one thing, everything else starts to fall into place. Not perfectly, not instantly, but naturally. Because movement creates clarity. And clarity creates direction, and direction removes the noise. So, take a breath, slow, in and out. You don't need to carry everything. You don't need to solve everything. You don't need to figure everything out. You just need to focus on what matters right now. And when you do that, you'll feel it. The difference, the lightness, the space, because your mind finally has somewhere to go. Instead of being pulled in every direction. So stop trying to do everything. Stop trying to hold everything. Stop trying to manage everything at once and choose just one thing. That's enough. That has always been enough, and it always will be. So let this be your prayer. God, help me release everything that doesn't matter right now. Help me focus on what truly matters. Help me take the next step with clarity and peace. And help me trust that I don't need everything figured out to move forward. Because I know one step is enough. If you feel this, comment one step and subscribe for daily reflections.